Hey YouTube, Gunham here. Welcome back to Space Engineers. The uh, the SMDC faction I have would be building something in a secure location. However, for the sake of my computer's health, I'm not doing that. I'm building it in a completely empty world. This is kind of big, and it extends out a bit. However, it's very rough right now. The back is mostly done. Here's the thing. First off, you see it's huge given the fact there are 6 Titan engines and 6 Sage industrial engines. Not to mention, well, here's one of those large thrusters, just because that looks good. 23 standard engines. There are 23 standard engines in the armored variants on this thing. And I like how it looks. Now, the back is not done. I need to put an antenna in here or something. Uh, this is the rear. Why does the rear have a hangar? Because they can't go out the front for a reason that'll be made apparent at a later time. Now this is going to be the SMDC's Battleship. However, it's pretty bare. This is going to be the maximum length, so it'll cut off at that point. It won't go any farther, so I have to trim it down before then. This had extended out, and yeah. So I have the conveyors all set up, and the hangar barely goes in at all yet. Don't worry, that will be fixed later on. A wider hangar means you can launch more fighters at a time, or you can fit them in slightly diagonally to allow for easy launching, stuff like that. Here's me. Obviously, there's a ton of guns. 3 Aidens, 4 Bofors. There's a series of CIWS, couple there, one way up there, and these 4 in the middle, and then a bunch of dual light cannons here in the middle area. There's 12, actually. But yeah, 12 is still a good amount. So, with 16 CIWS, 12 dual light cannons, that's a huge amount. And this is the back of the ship. There are 4 Bofors and 3 Aidens on the back. Now, the Bofors and Aidens are a little lacking, but those make up for it. Also, they are here to protect the rear of the ship and to protect the hangar during launch. They're not really there to... Because it's a battleship, it's not going to run. It's going to be kind of slow. Although gyros are not going to be too bad, because I've already put in a good array of gyroscopes. A good array here, as you can see. And there's a good array on the other side in between those 2 Titan engines. So, yeah. So the back is basically done, just need some antennae. However, I need to do the rest of the outside of the ship, and then the inside of the ship. And it's gonna be big. These here are just here for a placeholder, so it doesn't fly away. However, I have built in one thing right off the bat, and that is a secured jump drive. It's surrounded by heavy blocks, except for on that side, but that's in the interior. You don't see it on the back, but there are actually heavy blocks that are behind it here. But there is already a jump drive. Now, the thing is, this is just one. Obviously, that blows. Where it's located right here, basically all you have to do is aim for this lower Aiden, aim up a block, or hit directly at it. So directly in between it and the CIWS. There, right in this area, you'll eventually break through. The thing is, you're not getting through with missiles. And hitting it from the other side, well, this is regular armor. And that's actually the only area that is regular armor. But there's a Titan engine in the way as well. So you have to shoot the Titan engine. and then the light armor blocks in order to get to that jump drive. So, except for the sides, okay, but there is a Titan engine there, so good luck at shooting it. Now, this thing is a battleship, but it's going to be kind of special because I'm kind of taking an idea from Halo and Bungie. I'm taking one of their ideas and I'm going to incorporate it. Now, you know how most of my ships are kind of bleh, kind of plain on the sides? This one's not gonna be so plain. The thing is, the SMDC doesn't really care what their ships look like. You know, they don't want them to be too aesthetic. They want them to be functional. Unless they build something big. However, it's not going to be that aesthetically pleasing. I mean, this is something. It's got these recessed areas here. It has these here. You know, it's a little... It's a start. But... that's not really saying that much. Now, you may be wondering about these heavy armor blocks. These blocks here and on the top here, these actually represent, oh, and on the side, these represent where the, do I have it still? Probably not. Yeah, I do. They are representative of this thing, where the various docking positions are. You can see the landing gear on there. That's what those represent, where the landing gear is. So that's where I absolutely have to have it, just to remind me what I'm doing. Which reminds me, if you notice, I have the length of this thing on the left, but on the right is a much, much longer pole. If you recall, I requested information, one of two variations in a previous video, about what idea you think. Should it be a basic spine like the previous one, or should it have block segments in the middle every now and then as a new design? It is for Titans. Also, that segment there was 1.8 kilometers long, and I don't think that's going to be enough. Just an FYI on the size. It's probably going to be 2 kilometers for the Titan. Just so you know. Alright, I'll catch y'all later. I don't even want to think about how much this thing weighs, but paint job's almost done. I decided to get the paint done out of the way first. This thing's ridiculous. Besides the paint job, which you can see, I have decided on how I'm going to have the armor. Yeah, this bit here that's colored, and as you can see on the bottom here and there, are not heavily armored. The rest is, and underneath there, that's not, though it is supported. So, yeah. Heavy armor strips running the length of the ship at multiple different points, on the top and bottom. Reason? Well, it's a battleship. Come on. What do you think it's going to do? There are some points that are going to be weak, but memory serves, points that appear weak tend to be where the guns go. However, I'm going to have to sacrifice some of the heavy armor, pushing it inwards a bit, to stick a few additional guns. It's a battleship. Battleships are about lots and lots of really big guns. This is gonna hurt so very much.